It stinks.
How dare we, right? Well, congratulations. You saw the title of this video and still decided to watch. And no, it was not merely set for clickbait. We really aren't fans of Maverick. Shocking, I know. But before you come at us with torches and pitchforks, bear with us while we explain what makes this coaster stink.
That is one big pile of shit.
First, let's go back to the year 2000 when Cedar Point smashed records with Millennium Force, the first full-circuit coaster in the world to break the 300-foot tall barrier, as well as reaching a record-setting top speed of 92 miles an hour. And then, only 3 years later, they'd give the world the first 400-foot tall full-circuit coaster with Top Thrill Dragster, which launched riders 0 to 120 miles an hour in only 4 seconds. But then, in 2007, in an effort to show us that size doesn't matter, they'd bless the world with Maverick, a 105-foot tall launch coaster that reaches speeds of 70 miles an hour. Since its opening, it has been highly ranked amongst the best coasters worldwide. It even won the Golden Ticket Award for Best New Coaster. And well, we just can't understand why. The only golden award it should be getting is a Razzie. I mean, yes, Intamin is known for creating amazing rides such as the aforementioned Millennium Force and Top Thrill Dragster, along with El Toro, Superman Ride of Steel, and Flashback. After all that greatness, we expected an epic ride. Sadly, we received very little pleasure from it. Perhaps size does matter after all. We rode Maverick for the first time at Coaster Mania in 2007. There was a ton of hype, and we were really excited for something epic. Yet, we finished the ride feeling rather unimpressed.
Hang on, this is gonna be awesome.
You sit on a throne of lies.
At the ride exit, park management asked us what we thought. Just okay, we said. They were stunned, as I'm sure a great deal of you watching this video are. In 2016, we would return to Cedar Point, and of course wanted to give Maverick another shot. We wanted to like it. Maybe the updated restraints would change our opinion, or we were smoking something on our previous visit, but once again, felt the ride wasn't anything special. We understand that no coaster is perfect. Even the greatest of coasters have flaws. There are top-tier roller coasters with some things we wish were better in one way or another, but they have so many good things going for them that as a whole, the rides still land in that elite category. Maverick, however, has far too many flaws for us to overlook. One of those flaws, the Heartline Roll, was removed before the public even got to ride. Apparently, this dude thought it was going to be too intense for riders.
Move this man!
We applaud Intamin for thinking outside the box and pushing boundaries with roller coaster design, but we really think they missed the mark here. Maverick is, for the most part, a boring ride, so what sticks out the most are the flaws. Flaw number 1 is the repetitive layout. If the park was going for a record of most left and right turns on a coaster, they might have set the record here. It all starts off with a somewhat gimmicky launched lift hill. I mean, it isn't even that much faster than the cable lift on Millennium Force, but whatever. At the top of the lift hill, you're hit with an awkward airtime drop that would be so much better if it weren't for the over-the-shoulder restraints. More on that later. The ride then hits you with a right turn, then a left turn, another right turn, finally an airtime hill, and then for good measure, another right turn, before finally getting to an inversion. Time for a left turn again. And since we keep repeating stuff, let's do that inversion over again, do another right turn. But at least there's a break to the monotony with a proper launch. Maybe it's a reset for what's to come next. Because the launch is awesome. But then it's back to business with another left turn followed by a trim. Yes, a freaking trim. Just look at that. Makes me want to vomit. Then a swooping right turn. Left turn, right over bank, left over bank. Yay! An airtime hill again. Right turn, right into the final brakes. Flaw number 2 is the poor pacing. The ride is moving along at a nice clip before losing the majority of its momentum when the train comes to an almost complete stop before the second launch. You know, this is the kind of thing enthusiasts will complain about when it's a mid-course brake section, but somehow it's okay leading into a launch? The launch itself is super fun, but then you're hit with that trim brake. Like, either make the launch less intense or design the rest of the layout to be able to accommodate the faster launch. This is some roller coaster tycoon basics, people. Flaw number 3 is the downtime. Yes, this could be said for just about any Intamin coaster, but it's just one more thing to annoy us about the ride. Nothing like walking 20 minutes and a full mile all the way to the back of the park during early entry, only to find out that Maverick is closed. Maybe they're just behind with the morning test. It doesn't matter, because later in the day you're going to check back again and it'll be down for something else. On the upside, at least there's a great coaster next to it now. Flaw number 4 is the slow moving line. Okay, cool, you try again and the coaster is finally open. Oh, but now there's a long and slow line because of the horrible capacity.
This ride better be good. Yeah, this line is way too long. I think we're almost to the end. We better be. We've been in line for almost an hour.
I mean, its theoretical capacity is 1,200 riders per hour, which isn't the worst. That's the same per hour as Steel Vengeance and only 100 less than Millennium Force. But I doubt they get anywhere near to that number because it sure doesn't feel like it. With each train holding 12 riders, 2 being dispatched from the station together, and 6 trains cycling, you think the line would move along at a pretty good clip. But it doesn't. This is all assuming the ride doesn't break down again while you're in line. Flaw number 5 is the restraints. This is the biggest flaw of them all and what kills the ride experience the most for us. And it isn't just that the coaster makes a bunch of left and right turns, it does so in a snappy manner, which wouldn't be so bad if you had lap bars. But no, you have these horrible over-the-shoulder restraints that try to decapitate you. At least it's slightly better with the new restraints, but come on, what were they thinking? There was a time when Intamin made really awesome restraints. Starting with Superman the Escape at Six Flags Magic Mountain and Tower of Terror at Dreamworld in Australia, which had super comfortable T-bar style restraints for these non-inverting coasters. And then, for the coasters with inversions, they had these really super comfortable over-the-shoulder restraints, such as the one seen here on Incredicoaster. Gosh, they were worlds better. Then a group of masochists in the design department came up with this. Talk about taking a step backwards. I know, they were trying to make the restraint less confining, but at the cost of our necks, apparently.
Oh, I'm hurt. Oh, my neck.
Who would ever think that a coaster with snappy transitions should have a thin, minimally padded bar at neck level?
Sorry, sir. Doing my best.
Intamin clearly hit a period in their history where they forgot how to make good style restraints, as made evident by the updated restraints on Superman at Six Flags New England, which used to have those awesome T-bar style restraints until a rider fell out. They were replaced with this brick of a lap bar. Skyrush is also known for painful restraints. Part of me thinks that falling out might be more comfortable. In the early 2000s, Premier Rides converted the majority of their inverting coasters, removing the over-the-shoulder restraints known for headbanging and replacing them with a lap bar only system that was safe for inversions. More recently, Mach did the same thing. Thankfully, Intamin finally got it together. Their newer inverting coasters like Velocicoaster at Islands of Adventure and Pantheon at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, which feature trains with lap bar only style restraints. It would be great if Maverick got these new trains, but we're not going to hold our breath. But why, you ask, would a mediocre roller coaster get so much love? I'll tell you why. Cedar Point fanatics. Let's face it, there's a sizable group of coaster enthusiasts who will blindly love everything Cedar Point. So when a mediocre ride like Maverick comes along, those enthusiasts will hail it as the best thing since sliced bread, which really isn't a big deal either.
You got a knife, you got a loaf of bread, slice the fucking thing!
The overrated opinion then spreads like a virus to other enthusiasts, many who haven't even been on it. They'll love it just because their favorite coaster influencer loves it too. And the fans the park interviewed? Can this guy really be trusted?
What you think of Maverick? It was awesome, man. The first drop was crazy. I felt like you were coming out of your seat and you were falling out. I lost my voice on that ride.
I've heard this guy before.
You just drop in, you just ride the barrel and get pitted, so pitted like that.
On a positive note, the long line for Maverick helps shorten lines for better coasters at the park, of which there are many. You know, sometimes coasters look great on paper and even in person. Maverick checks those boxes. But as much as we've tried to like it, we always finish the ride feeling very meh about it. Henceforth, it shall be known as Maverick. But let us know what you think. Are we crazy? Or is this the opinion you've been wanting to hear? Drop a comment below, and as always, thank you for watching.
This sucks.
Yeah, it really sucks.
This sucks more than anything that has ever sucked before.